Just finished my first session with Will, weight training. It's pretty great. On this journey now, I'm in it, living it, loving it, ready to kick some ass. All right, here we are at the Bulgari in Dubai. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm pretty much driven by inspiration. The show that I'm doing right now in Dubai with Mr. Will Smith. So inspired. Man, this guy is a special human being. He's enlightened, he's wise, he's committed, he's compassionate. He's just a laundry list of really special things. And this show is bringing all that out. So I couldn't be more fired up, couldn't be more inspired. And I can't wait to share it with all you guys. Peace. Just finished my first session with Will, weight training. It's interesting, training with a group. It's been a long time since I've trained with anyone but myself. I kind of thrive in that sort of isolated mindset, but this is kind of pushing me to open up a little bit, test my comfort zone. Maybe I'll learn something. Day 2, training with Mr. Will Smith and the tribe. Ron put me to it. I've been a religious workout freak, maybe some people might say. Dedicated, committed, really ever since I was 15. I got in a lot of trouble as a kid, was very confused about who I was. I didn't have my father in my life really at all. And so I was very misguided. Didn't know what it meant to be a man, where I fit in the dynamic of the world, but what my place was with women or girls at the time, and all of it was just very confusing for me. So I got in a lot of trouble. I was very misguided. And when I found working out, I was also chubby and got teased a lot. Anytime I'd take my shirt off, I got teased. I was very, very self-conscious about it. And it was tough. It made me feel inferior, worthless, even like a piece of shit sometimes, maybe. And when I found working out, there was this guy in high school that when I was a freshman in high school, the summer between middle school and my freshman year, I suddenly shot up 3 or 4 inches and leaned out quite a bit. And then at the same time I started running and started working out. And so I got to high school and I was thin, fairly thin. And this guy that I looked up to that dated, hottest girl in school. She was one of my sister's friends. He was a stud. He was on the wrestling team, had restored this classic muscle car that was super badass. He was just cool, and he was tough and he was strong. And I had somehow gotten this bench press. I don't know how or why. And it sat in my family room for a long time. And he came over one day with the girl to see my sister and was like, "Hey man, you gonna start using those weights?" And I was like, yeah. And he was like, "I'm telling you, man, you put the time in on there, the payoff is that." And he pointed to the girl who it was my dream girl. And I was like, man, all right, if that's what it takes, then I'll do it. And it was tied into everything else as well. But once I got into it, that was it. You know, it filled me with confidence, gave me worth, it gave me value. People started looking at me different, changed everything. But as superficial as that might be, because I got in better shape and then people liked me, you know, you can't take away the sort of deep-seated confidence that it gave me and the character that it built inside me. Thursday, May 7th. I'm going on my third day here. Skipped the morning run with the team this morning to cycle on my own. Rode for an hour and 10 minutes. Mainly because I had massive blisters on my feet. And the run, I don't run because I injured myself in a car accident when I was 16. So it kind of bothers my knee and my hips sometimes and my lower back. But I ran the other day 3 miles right out of the gate, which was fairly ambitious. But I did that. Worked out okay, but my feet just got destroyed with these shoes I was wearing. So I went and got some new running shoes today. But I skipped the run this morning, 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and instead I cycled. So I made up for it, maybe and then some on the cardio front. And then did some scouting for a little shoot we're doing tomorrow with Will on the way to Naz. He's going to ride this bike with the skyline of Dubai in the background, so it'll be cool. Interesting navigating the broad range of opinions on the show, politics involved with everybody's roles and dynamics. Great team at Westbrook, so that's been good. But definitely a lot of different opinions to navigate, trying to slip into the mindset of where Will is at, hold on to my own very strong point of view, and approach, story, all of it. And then playing a little bit of producer even on the ground here in Dubai, since we have production support, but you know, it's not a full team. We don't have our team here. So there's a lot to sort of wrangle and manage in terms of getting these things done. And I don't want to waste any time while I'm here, because I'm here, I'm away from my family. It's costing money for the production. So I want to make sure I'm shooting as much as possible and getting as much of the show done. So we get in the edit. Don't feel like we're missing anything. Yeah, so it's interesting. And Will sort of not wanting to fully commit to an overall plan, really wants to see it, feel it, change his mind, you know, have it come up more instinctually as we're going, authentic to the journey and what's sort of really unfolding, which I love. And the theory of it is awesome, but also challenging, especially for, you know, an organized thinker like myself who, you know, always has to have a plan, wants to build it out, wants to know what it is, you know, wants to stick to it, you know, because shoots are like this beautiful chaos of perfect planning and spontaneity, which I guess is a lot like life, but you have to perfectly plan a shoot. And then the moment you walk into it, stick as close to that plan as you can, while somehow, ironically, being open to what shows up. Not abandoning your plan by any means, but being open to the moment happening spontaneously or originally, organically, and capturing that and letting that come through, because sometimes those magical accidents, happy accidents, are way better than what you ever planned, and real and honest. And they happen, and especially in unscripted and you know, documentaries and docuseries. Yeah, so it's interesting.